Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. In this week's video we're going to be talking about our recent stay at the Coral Beach Hotel in CANAR, Ibiza. We stayed at Coral Beach in October of 2024. The hotel is a 3-star hotel. This is our honest review. We weren't paid to produce a review. This is all my own thoughts. We paid full price for the holiday with TUI. When Mrs. Out and About with Andy booked that holiday, it seemed like a good deal, a very good price, including all the flights and transfers and things. Only afterwards, when I went onto TRIPADVISor, we read some of the hotel reviews and they were less than complimentary. So I thought I'd do a review about the hotel and give you my thoughts as a traveller and what I thought about it. In the past, we've stayed in some pretty fantastic hotels and we've stayed in some, well, pretty terrible hotels. Blue Sea Piscus in Alcudia, yeah, I mean you. Generally though, I find that TripAdvisor reviews are a little bit dramatic, to say the least. I like to think my reviews are fairly balanced. I do tend to manage my expectations based upon the cost of the holiday and also the star rating of the hotel. The gulf between a 3-star hotel and a 5-star hotel is pretty huge in reality, and you've got to be realistic about that. Even the 3-star rating itself has some scope within it, and I've stayed in some hotels I wouldn't have given 1 star to, let alone 3, and some hotels which are 3-star and you wonder why they're not rated higher. So on to our visit to Coral Beach. We arrived with a large contingent of guests off our flight. I've never actually been on a transfer coach where 90% of the people on the coach are actually staying in the one hotel, but that's what happened this time. And of course, this is not a huge hotel with a fancy foyer or anything like that. It is quite a compact hotel. So of course, suddenly having a bus full of people to contend with, and then another coach pulled up at the same time to drop off more passengers. Yeah, the poor staff had a lot to contend with. They were quick on the radio to draft in reinforcements, even got the ladies from the Animacion team to come in, and they helped out by handing out the wristbands for all-inclusive guests. So that was really handy. I've got to say, they checked us in pretty good time given the instant volume they had. The staff were really good. At that point we were also offered we could drop our luggage into the luggage room if we want and go straight to get something to eat in the restaurant because it closed within 30 minutes, which was very good of them. It wasn't their fault that our flight was delayed by 30 minutes. Yeah, we should have been there in time to have a leisurely lunch and that wasn't the case, but they were pretty quick to offer that to us, which I thought was good of them. The hotel itself is an older building, probably dating sometime in the late 1970s, early 80s. It has been refreshed since. All the foyer looks new and some of the other parts of the hotel look as if they've had a bit of a makeover. Compared to more modern hotels, the foyer, entertainment areas, dining areas are quite modest. They certainly don't have the wow factor of some of the other hotels we've stayed in. It's a similar story when you pop outside to the pool area. It's quite a modest pool and also has a small area which is like a kid's splash pool as well. That said, I did really enjoy my dips into the pool. I went in consecutive days. It isn't heated like a lot of pools in the Balearic Islands. It does initially take you a while to get used to the shock of the cold water, but once you're in, it was great. The pool was nice and clean. I thought that was one of the good plus points to the hotel. The biggest asset to Hotel Coral Beach are the staff. Now, the staff were all really friendly. That included the bar staff, the cleaners, people in the restaurant, people on reception. The Animacion team, which are like the holiday reps of old, did a fantastic job. Worked really hard. There was always something on to entertain either the kids or the adults later on, and 2 nights of the week they had external acts that came in. We had a magician who was pretty good and also a rock band who did covers and they were excellent, had people dancing and everything. The other stuff that the Animacion team did, you had bingo one night, you had a sangria making session and there was karaoke the usual type of stuff. But on the whole, I thought it was pretty good. Normally we run for the hills when somebody mentions hotel entertainment. I guess if you're trying to extract the most value out of your all-inclusive stay, then you have to stay in the hotel bar and drink your free beer and watch the entertainment. I did suffer for YouTube, for you guys, stayed in and watched all the entertainment, and to be honest, it wasn't that bad. I've had more cringe-worthy stuff in a lot of other hotels. These guys worked hard and did a pretty good job, I thought. So I was disappointed to see that somebody was twisting about this on TRIPADVISor, and I think it was a bit uncalled for. Speaking of drinks, now, as somebody who doesn't drink, I had no problem at all getting a 0% alcohol San Miguel over the bar, which was bottled beer. Probably, to be honest, tasted better than the draft. Mrs. Out and About with Andy didn't care for the wine that was offered, but there were non-premium brand spirits available, and she quite enjoyed the sangria. To cut down on the use of disposable cups and glasses, the hotel does offer the €1 for a plastic glass scheme when you get a beer. You pay €1, leave that as a deposit, return your glass, you get your money back. A lot of hotels seem to be adopting that now, so do have some euros if you want to drink when you first arrive. It's sensible, really, stops there being any broken glass around the pool and saves the environment a bit, less plastic ending up in landfill. So the food, well, food seems to be the bugbear of most of the complaints on TripAdvisor. The first point I'd like to point out is hotel food is never as good as restaurant food. Every single hotel I've stayed in, 5-star in Turkey, pretty much almost there, but really not 100%. They're catering for masses of people. You can't get the food to be perfect. This is a 3-star hotel. We've stayed in some terrible 3-star hotels where the food has been sort of third-rate turkey Twizzler type of thing and a limp salad that you saw every day. There was another one that offered you hot dogs for breakfast. Yum. There are terrible hotels out there. Was the food great in Coral Beach? It's not restaurant quality by any means. There were some instances where some of the cuts of meat, you could tell they were cheaper cuts, but there were some instances where there was some steak, it was pretty good. Some bits where there was meat and it was served on the bone, and I didn't particularly like that either. But it wasn't the worst 3-star hotel I've ever stayed in. Breakfast I thought was pretty good. You had some English sausages there. Yes, there were catering sausages, but there were English-styled sausages. You weren't having to have frankfurters or sort of some of the Spanish sausages, which you sometimes get served at breakfast in Spanish hotels. They did run out of HP sauce, which I was a bit disappointed about, but on the whole, breakfast was pretty good. You know, Spanish scrambled eggs aren't great. You could get an omelette made for you or fried eggs, so that wasn't a problem. And yeah, beans are going to be watery because they always are, whichever hotel you stay at, anywhere. But yeah, there were other options, of course. You could have the mountains of pastries and biscuits for breakfast. There were cereals, fresh fruit, all sorts of stuff there. Mrs. did comment that some of the fruit wasn't great. It looked fresh, but obviously was probably not quite ripe. But on the whole, though, I didn't think the food was too bad. Yes, it could have been better, but hell, it could have been a lot worse. And believe me, Blue Sea Piscus in Alcudia, worst hotel I've ever stayed in for food. Yeah, there's some room for improvement, but on the whole, I don't think the food for a 3-star hotel was too bad. There was always something you could get, pizza, or there were always chips, there was always, soup, there was always something. There was something there that was English if you were really fussy about your food as well. So if you didn't want to be adventurous and try squid or something like that, or some different styles of meat or whatever, there was always something you could eat. And at worst case scenario, you could go and leave the restaurant, wait at the snack bar open and get burger and chips if you wanted. It wasn't as bad as I think as they made out on TripAdvisor. So my only little rant about Spanish hotels. where food and drink is concerned. How come a country famous for growing oranges cannot put together a decent orange juice for breakfast? They're always out with these machines, they're always watery and taste horrible. I don't understand it. So onto the room we stayed in. I'm going to show you some of the footage from the room. Might even let me take you on a tour of it. Hi guys, this is our little room tour of our hotel room here at Coral Beach. It's a 3-star hotel, and I'm going to be bringing you around the rest of the hotel much later. We've just arrived, literally got off the tour bus, got checked in, and here we are. So this is the first look around our room, and yeah, let's have a look. So we'll start off with the bathroom. You can see we've got a hairdryer there, not that I'll be making much use of that. There's hand wash, lovely basin, plenty of fresh towels, large mirror, plenty of lights there. We've got a bath shower unit, which is obviously not brand new. There is some, you can tell it's not a new hotel, and we've got a bidet there and toilet, both of which are very clean. Pleased to report. Overall, it's not too bad. We've got wardrobes here, sliding wardrobes with plenty of space in, area at the bottom for shoes and things, and we've got extra blankets and pillows, and don't think we'll be making much use of the extra blankets given the heat. Again, more pillows there, got a safe in there, plenty of space for storage. The safe, I think, is about €10 if you're using it for the week. I will confirm that. And then we've got a nice double bed. Well, it's 2 single beds put together. They're quite sizable. We've got a bedside cabinet there, some nice wall art. Another bedside cabinet on the other side. Spin you around, and we've got a TV there and a desk stroke unit to sit there, do your makeup if that's your thing, and there we go. So I'm going to put the cases and a full length mirror again to get dressed in. As well as that, we do have a balcony here, and yeah, we'll have a look at the view there. You can actually see the sea, which is nice, and there's a table and a couple of chairs here, so you can take in the afternoon or early morning, sit here and see the sunrise. So that's a tour of our little room here. Yeah, the room on TripAdvisor, somebody complained about their room, said that their bed was uncomfortable. Now, this is a personal preference. I found I was really comfortable, in fact probably more comfortable than my own at home. The mattress was really nice and firm, and that helps me with my back. If I had a softer mattress, I'd wake up with a bad back and might not get a good night's sleep. Now obviously this lady prefers a soft mattress, and she complained about it. The adage, you can't please all of the people all of the time, springs to mind. The rest of the room fits with the hotel. It's getting on a bit. It was very clean, however we do notice that the floors were a little bit dusty. Ibiza is a dusty place. There's plenty of dust around, comes in on your feet as well and your shoes. I think if the maids could mop the floors every couple of days would help the situation a lot. But yeah, that was the only thing really to complain about. Maid service was excellent. We got fresh towels every day if you requested them. The room was always nice and tidy when we came back to it after they'd been in, made all the beds, and they were always happy and nothing was a bother. Really can't complain about the cleaning and the maid service in the hotel. It was very good. I did read somebody had complained that there was no air conditioning in their room. Well, ours did. There's a little box on the wall, and if you play around with the fan settings, you'll find it's icy cold. In fact, we had to switch it off in an evening because it got too cold. But you know, if you came back to the room and it was warm, that fan and air conditioning took the temperature right down. It wasn't a bother at all. So I'm not sure if there was an issue with their particular room or if they just weren't aware of how to switch it on. But definitely does have air conditioning in that hotel. Overall, we enjoyed our stay at Coral Beach in CANAR. Was it the best hotel we'd ever stayed in? No. But it was very good for the money. Would we go back? Possibly. Yes, the food could do with a little bit of improvement and a little bit of modernisation here and there. But for the money, I thought it was a good value hotel. CANAR is a fantastic resort. You've got pretty much straight down the road, you get onto the beach, and the rest of CANAR isn't too far away either. Being slightly out of the town, it makes it a little bit cheaper, no doubt. You could stay at one of the more flashy hotels on the harbour side, but for the value for money this offered, I thought it was pretty good. I'd certainly go back to it. So guys, that's our little review of the Coral Beach Hotel. If you've stayed this long into the video, thank you very much. Please do hit that thumbs up button. Why not subscribe to the channel if you've enjoyed this content, because I do hotel reviews on a regular basis every time we travel, and of course I do other things like days out here in the UK, and of course I'll catch you in the next one hopefully. See you then. Bye for now.